Hey guys, number one Marmaduke fan here. Time for a little East meets West kind of a deal for what I've been reading this weekend. So I read the first trade paperback for Red Hood and the Outlaws from DC Universe Rebirth. I started reading like from issue 16 of Red Hood and the Outlaws like a year or two ago when it was first coming out, just because they were doing the free digital comics. I said, I like digital comics. I like getting free things. So I picked it up. I loved it. I thought the covers were great. I thought the art was great. Dexter Soy has the most unfortunate name in comics, but Soy's art is top notch. I think he's gunning for like the Batman spot to illustrate Detective Comics or Batman comics. Jason Todd's a character where I kind of hate that they brought him back from the dead, but they keep doing like really good stuff with him that I actually kind of enjoy. And I've never liked all of the, like this guy died and came back, and hey guys, we did some DC Universe Rebirth event to restart the universe and make a jumping on point. So I've kind of gotten to the point where if I can say I don't care about the comic book continuity nonsense and I can still hop in and have fun, then I can recommend it. And Red Hood and the Outlaws is so good that I kind of like don't care about like the other universe stuff going on in the DC universe. I just had a blast with it. I think I'm going to like throw out an idea that was going to be its own video, but just throw it out real quick. So I've been thinking a lot about the Joker movie since I saw it. I've been thinking about Orson Scott Card's Ender's Game. And I've been thinking about Les Miserables and how all of them have to do with empathy and sympathy. Years ago, I watched some dumb TED Talk where the lady said, sympathy is just feeling bad for someone, but empathy is actually getting down and caring about them and helping them. And I just remember thinking, oh gosh, this is so touchy-feely. But I actually think the words empathy and sympathy are kind of two good contrasting words where they don't quite mean the same thing. So what I was thinking about with the Joker is the Joker asking me to sympathize with an evil person and feel sympathetic for him as he's murdering? And I don't think it's doing that. I think it's saying evil is evil. Yet at the same time, I kind of feel feelings of pity for the character of the Joker. So what I think it's actually doing is it's trying to get you to empathize with the Joker or understand his perspective so you can understand what is it that leads an evil person down a dark path so that you can stay away from that dark path. And what's funny is like the three books I mentioned are all kind of about empathy, but from a different angle. Les Mis is all about Jean Valjean feeling angry and bitter at society for putting him in jail for stealing a loaf of bread, and then the priest shows him some empathy and shows mercy on him, and it's sort of like that shames Jean Valjean into shaping up his act and becoming a good person, a self-sacrificial person. The Joker's about a guy who gets no empathy out of the world. He becomes more and more bitter, and he becomes evil, and he convinces himself of this lie that everyone else is to blame for his problems. And Ender's Game, I haven't seen the movie Ender's Game yet, but when there was kind of like a Twitter, it was almost kind of like a precursor of cancel culture, actually. They were trying to cancel Ender's Game because Orson Scott Card is a Mormon, and the Mormons are not woke on a lot of issues, right? So they were trying to get him. But Ender's Game is all about like this kid who learns how to defeat his enemies by empathizing with them, because it's when you empathize with them that you understand how they think and what they're going to do. So it's kind of interesting that those three things are very different from one another, but they all have a coherent theme. And I think a lot of Jason Todd's story is learning to empathize with Batman and kind of like you, the reader, feel for him, because one of the things you're always wondering is, why doesn't Batman just kill all these people, right? And so you kind of empathize with Jason, where he says, yeah, you should just put a bullet in the head of some of these criminals of Gotham. And what you come to understand is that he's becoming his own man, but his perspective is limited. So there's this great parallel where Jason Todd runs into the Black Mask, and the Black Mask has like this great evil plan to take over Gotham and stop the crazy people from murdering people just by like basically having a monopoly on crime, kind of like good old-fashioned family values crime syndicate. And so what Jason Todd has to realize is this guy shares my same goal, but I'm not like him. So why am I not like him? And he comes to kind of appreciate Batman's perspective. Soy does a lot of great dynamic angles, some cool rugged fight scenes where Jason Todd's getting his butt kicked, and he does get like beaten down by Artemis, the Amazon, a little bit, but I kind of forgive that because I interpret the Amazons as being very mannish, sort of magical women. They're not like normal women. And he does kind of like this cool scrappy thing where he gets the team together. I love the basic idea of the Outlaws is it's a alternate version of Wonder Woman from the Amazon, an alternate version of Superman Bizarro, and Jason Todd is kind of an alternate version of Batman. So it's the dark Trinity, the dark version of DC's three great characters. And there's like this whole cool like Machiavelli, Sun Tzu thing where he's trying to infiltrate the crime world to destroy the crime world from within. The only thing I didn't like in the whole thing, I remember, is I guess Bizarro uses ice vision, and I didn't know that ice vision was a power Superman. And I thought he had heat vision and ice breath, but Bizarro uses ice vision, but they don't actually show it. They just like show the ice and his glowing blue eyes, and you're supposed to figure out that he used ice vision. I'm dumb. Show me a panel with Bizarro using the ice vision. Most of the covers were done by, I want to praise the cover artist because I really dug that, Giuseppe Camicoli with Cam Smith and Dean White. I don't know what their working relationship is, but Camicoli has a very George Bridgman, heroic, not Renaissance proportions, but kind of like realism, but an exaggerated, really beautiful realism, and it fits well with Dexter Soy's really solid art. And then for the variant covers, they did like I want to just flip through the variant covers with you. So Bengal, I think this is cute, but she's a real cutie patootie, but not that dynamic. Like his pose is kind of slumpy. How about like a bit of a bolder angle, maybe more of a bird's eye view? And then I think most of the rest were done by Matteo Scalera and Moreno Dinicio. This is one of my favorite ones because of the outline of the cape making that nice strong shape around Jason Todd. There's always like a cool, I like thinking about the concepts of these, like, oh, you can see the enemy reflected in the scope of his gun, or in the axe, or in Wolverine's claws. That's kind of like a classic little motif from a lot of comic book covers. And, there's just some fun ones like Bizarro saving the day, Bizarro thinking about Superman. That looks like that art got squashed in Photoshop or something. Like the pencilers sketched that out, and the digital artist tried to make that work, and it didn't quite work. That's another cool one. What am I thinking of? I kind of like the painterly style of these. Like, I don't normally like painterly comics because I like seeing the black and white art and really like registering with the black and white art. But if you're going to do something painterly, especially for a cover, like, go ham. Like, have fun little like speckles and effects and give it a moody atmosphere if you're going to go for the painterly kind of look. All right, so this is a keep forever book. I really, really loved Red Hood and the Outlaws last year. It was good enough to just stick in my mind, say, I want to pick up the trade paperback. The individual issues are fun. It is paced for the trade. Like, this whole trade is basically one big story of the team getting together. But there's action in every issue. The art is top-notch. The writing is kind of funny, and even when like Jason Todd's getting like beaten down, I kind of interpret him as like all the Robins maybe have an element of Batman's personality, and Jason Todd is kind of the dummy who you knock him down and he keeps getting back up, and that's the trait of Batman that he most clearly embodies. So, Case Closed, Volume 14. I've read 14 of these books. They're 14 perfect, silly, fun, entertaining books. I think I marked a couple things in this one. I might have lost a paperclip. All right. So one of the things I noticed in this one is I noticed there's a tendency for Gosho Aoyama, if he wants a dramatic revelation, he will make a solid black panel with a speech balloon to say someone is speaking, but nobody knows who the speaker is, and then he'll reveal the speaker, which is nice because that's perfect for like these, murder mysteries when someone says the killer is you, and then he reveals the speaker. So I picked up on that because that's a convention you could rip off. You could have someone speak without having no one know who the speaker is, right? And rather than create confusion, if you do this like black box that signals who is speaking, it's a mystery. Fast forward. The other beautiful thing is he always takes like these little breaks to maybe build mood or build tension and atmosphere. So like they'll be running after the villain into a dark and moody space with just a little flick of light revealing the mysterious figure, and then back to his normal kind of cute style. And he always does these adorable things. Cordelia Gray, written by P.D. James, and he recommends the book An Unsuitable Job for a Woman. Wow. Is there any mystery book this guy hasn't read? I wouldn't be surprised if he's read Rumple of the Bailey, and I'm like the only person on earth I know who isn't British who knows what Rumple of the Bailey is. So, perfect comics. He's always changing it up. He's always making it fun. He knows exactly what he likes to make. Keep Forever book is going back to the library. That's it. 10-minute video. Well, it wasn't a 1-minute review, but I wanted to talk a little bit about Red Hood and the Outlaws, since I haven't talked about it that much. I'm number one Marmaduke fan. Like, comment, subscribe, click the bell to receive notifications. Check out my subscribe star. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.